And now I have May 10 space 1250. I'll copy it all the way down, and it looks like it went well. I got everything. Now I have my month and my strike price and no stock symbol. So now what I want to do is I want to break these two up. So the way to break these two up is I have to do the same technique. I'll find the space between them, and I'll grab the month and year up to that, because that's up to that space. So second space, and I'll use the find function again. I'll use this helper, and here's find in the list. Click OK. So find text space within text, this new string, and I'll use a starting number of 1 to start from the beginning to look for that space. And you'll notice it says it found it at character 6. MAY is 3, 1045, and then 6 is that space, so that's correct. So now I know my second space is at the 6th character. You notice they're all 6s because it looks like the stock exchange or Moffat's list gives the month as 3 letters, and then the year is 2 numbers, 2 characters, so it's 5 characters altogether, so that's why it's always 6. But if that changes, if for some reason they use 4 characters for a month, it won't matter to us because our formula takes that into consideration. So now what I'm going to do is create a new column. I'm going to call it date. And I am going to extract the date from our string. Mid, again, is the formula to use. You select the string, because it shows you also here, it gives you a helper over here, the text you want to extract it from, then the start number, which of course we're always starting from 1, and then the number of characters, which is up to the second space, -1, because the 6th space is a space, so you don't want that. And then just to be on the safe side again, I'm going to make sure that I have no beginning or ending spaces. And there we go, I have my month and year. And to finish it off, we'll extract the strike price from that new string. And we will call this strike price. And once again, I will take that out, and I know where to start. If the 6th space is a space, then I want to start at the 7th. So, mid this text, and I want to start at the second space plus 1, and the amount of characters I want to extract out, I figure out the length of the string, and I subtract the first 6. See, it tried to help me with the formula, but it added an extra parentheses. So if you want, I could do that all over again from the beginning. Equals mid, the text, the starting position, which would be 6 plus 1, because we want to start with the 7th character, and then the number of characters, we use the length function, and then we subtract where the second space is, and we end it. And then we surround the whole thing with trim to make sure there's no beginning or ending spaces. And then we have our strike price in its own cell. So now what we can do is we can hide the fields we don't need. We need the strike price, we need the date, and we need the symbol. So we don't need to know where the second space is. So I'm going to hide it. I'm not going to delete it because the formulas depend on it. And we don't need the new string because we used it. And we don't need to know where the first space is. So now I've hidden those three. And I am going to add back a border because I hid the border. So I'm going to put another thick border on. And now I have my new Moffett list where I have column A broken up. Now to show you how it works well, what we should do is scroll all the way down to the bottom, and to make sure this works with future lists, I'm going to unhide what I just hid, starting from G because we have to make sure we unhide H. Unhide. See, now it goes F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. Nothing is hidden. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the cells with the formulas. And I'm actually going to copy it down far. That way, if he sends us lists that have a lot of rows, I won't have to worry that the formula might not reach the bottom rows. So now I know that if I get a new list with 100 rows, the formula will be there. So now I'm going to rehide. And show you how it works. So let's say this was an old list, he sends a new list. You basically highlight what he sent you, data, not the headers. You highlight what he sent you in the past, and you delete it. So now all the formulas don't give you anything, which makes sense. Then we go over to his brand new list that he just sent you and you got through email. You select all the data, you don't need the headers, and you copy it, and you go back to your spreadsheet, and you view it, and like magic, it breaks them up. And it goes all the way up to where your data ends. So that was my first attempt at showing you how to break apart the symbol, month, year, strike price. And if you have any questions, you know how to get in touch with me.